You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Welcome. This is our first show. I'm your host, Kenyon Parson. I am glad that you guys could join me today. Oh man, first show. Got Robbie in the booth back there on the ones and twos. What's up? All right. My first show. You know, I wanted to introduce my show and introduce myself. You know, it would be real easy. Take it easy. Just talk about something that I hold near and dear to my heart. First, I want to say that the show is brought to you by the most dope person that I know, and that's myself. Thank you. All right. But today, just to do something nice and easy, I wanted to talk about video games because it's such an important part of our culture, and I think that is much more important than most people seem to think about. You know, growing up, a lot of people hear, those damn video games. My kid, he's always playing video games. He doesn't never do anything. He doesn't go outside. He doesn't learn anything from them. And I'm here to tell y'all that that's just not true. Right? Video games have a huge impact, not just on the people who actually play them, but in all parts of our culture. Right? So, just to give you a bit of background on video games. The golden age was in 1977, 1978 when Space Invaders came out. How many of y'all remember Space Invaders? Yeah. That came out in 1978. By 1982, they had sold 360,000 cabinets and made $2.7 billion. $2.7 billion by quarters, you know? So, let's see what else I got. Yeah, Asteroids came out the next year, made $800 million by 1991. Pac-Man, Namco's biggest selling game, made $3.5 billion by 1995. It was Namco's bestseller. It was the first mascot ever in any video game. And if anybody's in Japan, they know just how mascots are in everything. They got mascots for grocery stores, mascots for the police, they got mascots for towns. It was the first video game to introduce cutscenes, which now are like, if your game doesn't have a cutscene, you might as well just have a sports game. But even those have cutscenes. You know, these things completely revolutionize an industry. Oh, thank you. All right, cool. And then, another, just to showcase how big it got. In 1993, NBA Jam came out in arcades. By the next year, they made $1.1 billion, and that was all because they had the backing. They had NBA. It was the first game with NBA's name on it. So, just by having that name, just by having that endorsement, they were able to explode on the market faster than any other game ever. Right? This is Robbie in here, coming here messing stuff up. So Rob, what was your first game?
My first video game was it was probably something on Nintendo, Mario.
The first Mario.
The first Mario.
The one that came with Duck Hunt.
Yes.
Yep.
The one with the wooden plastic gun. I remember all of it. Yes.
Yes. Oh man. And that's so much fun. Like, before Mario could become an icon, there was Pac-Man.
Yep.
Pac-Man.
Before Pac-Man, there was Pong.
Yes, Pong was the first commercial release video game.
Yep.
The very first by Atari.
And I remember Sega Saturn was like the first game system to have a disc, I believe. Was it Sega Saturn?
I know Sony had another. They had a Sega disc system before they got to the Saturn. It did not do well.
Yeah.
It did not do it because they made that Zelda game.
Oh.
That was a game. It was a video.
Zelda game?
Yeah, it was a Zelda video game. Yeah. And it was one of the worst. honestly marked a long downward spiral for Nintendo since then. You know, they jump up it, but it's...
Oh, yeah, you know the creator of Nintendo, the president died.
What?
Yeah.
He died?
Yeah, he died. I was hearing news about this over the weekend.
Oh, snap. It's probably the weed that killed him. Man, oh, wow.
Yeah, he's
That's crazy. That's like losing Bill Gates.
I wonder how Nintendo's going to change.
So do I. Because it's always that drive to completely change yourself from the previous management, previous way of doing things, and that's it. Wow.
A lot of people are all sad.
Yeah, man.
I'm all like, life goes on.
Yeah, for real. And you know, maybe we'll get something better than the Wii U. Because seriously, what's the difference between that and the Wii? It's the same thing, just dumber. Costs more money. Like it's like if you don't know it's a different system, that's a problem with your marketing, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm sorry, I'm in shock, y'all.
He died. He's gone. He's
like this weekend, like that.
This weekend, he just kicked the bucket.
Wow.
Had his last life.
All right. Well, there's that for you. Just a bit of trivia about Nintendo that I learned back in the way back. Nintendo started as a card company in the 1860s. So I guess you could say they came a long way with the Wii, but, whatever. All right. Man, that's crazy. But yes, back to the arcades. It's like, just looking at these numbers is absolutely insane. And I just picked three old games at random. I picked NBA Jam because that's one that I actually played. And just so y'all know that these projections that I gave were just for the arcade. It doesn't count any console sales that they've had, any re-editions, anything since that. Just
sorry. Unfortunately, this was only a snippet of the show. Please catch the full show every Tuesday and Friday at 6 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.